sorry, it cut me off. So we'll just keep going where we left off. Okay, so we're going to go back and look at some of the lines from this book. So if you read along with me, it says, one love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. One love, what my family gives to me. One love, what the flower gives the tree or the bee. One love, what Mother Earth gives the tree. Let's pause right there. So what I want you to be looking at when you see this poem are what are some of the things that stand out to you about the way that this poem is constructed. You might notice there's what's called repetition. Okay, repetition means there's a lot of repeating words. So you might see that each part right here starts with one love, one heart, one love, what my family gives to me, one love, what the flower gives the bee. You might also notice, if I scoot down a little bit, that this line is repeated multiple times throughout the book. Let's get together and feel all right. So those must be really important lines to this poem. So if you are in 4th grade through 8th grade, I want you to think about the repetition, the use of repetition. How does that make certain concepts stand out? The other thing I want you to notice is that there's a very clear rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme means the last word of each line rhyme. They're from the same word family. So you will notice that right here, one love, what my family gives to me. One love, what the flowers give the bee. One love, what the earth gives the tree. The last word in each of those lines rhyme. I want you to consider how you can create a rhyme scheme in your poem, and maybe you can make each line rhyme, just like Cedella Marley did. Okay, so I want you to think about the use of repetition, and I want you to think about the use of the rhyme scheme. We also want to think about the message, and the message again is ways that we can care for the world, ways that we can care for each other, and ways that we can make the world a better place for the future. So it's a big job. So one more time, let me repeat for you what I want you to do today. I would like you to make a list of ways that you think you can care for the world around you. Everybody can do their part, no matter who you are. Ways that you can care for the people in your life, and ways that you can think of that you might make the world a better place for the future. So those are big things to think about. And then I want you to write a poem. Again, if you're in kindergarten through 3rd grade, you're going to use what's called borrowed poetry. You are actually going to take the lines, one love, one heart, let's come together and feel all right, as actual parts of your poem. But you are going to add in your ideas on these blank lines and try to make them rhyme. And if you are in 4th grade through 8th grade, I'd like you to challenge you to construct your own poem where you utilize repetition. It doesn't have to be one heart, one love, let's come together and feel all right, although it can. But I want you to think about how you can use repetition, and I want you to think about creating a rhyme scheme. Now for Cedella Marley, each line rhymed. Maybe you create your own rhyme scheme. So depending on how far you've studied poetry, it might be A, B, or A, B, B, C, C, D, D. Or maybe you just use all A's. You know what I'm talking about if you studied poetry. Okay? Then last but not least, I'd like you to email that poem to me at sdowney@cdeducation.org. And I'll put that in the email that this is attached to. Email it to sdowney@cdeducation.org. Miss Doyle and I will compile all these poems, and we will turn them into the diocese so that we can do our part to celebrate Earth Day, to acknowledge Laudato Si, and our call to care for the common good and for our common home. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.